on earth definitely were not in vain. From the North Central, the very powerful remembrance by Senator Lalong of what I said he did when he was a federal commissioner, and even the proposition he brought forward of the handshake across the Niger that united our people, which is still on today in the minds of the people, clearly shows that the efforts that he made were and could never have been in vain. I'm saying this because I understand that just yesterday, one of the presidential aspirants in the last election, Peter Obi, His Excellency and former governor of Anambra, said that the labors of our leaders who have passed on were in vain. They were not in vain. The mere fact that Nigeria is still standing together shows clearly that their labors were not in vain. Very few countries that came up with the size of Nigeria are still together today. Many have been fragmented. Edwin Clark lived through the days of USSR, and they went into various, they scattered into various countries. And up till now, there is still war, trying to see whether they can come back together. Nigeria, despite our difficulties, God has kept us together because of the voices of people like Edwin Clark. So clearly, his labor and labors were not in vain. And for those in the social media who like to tweet, Nigeria has an unregulated social media system. So they let them wallow in it and then take a disadvantaged situation and propagate all sorts of falsehood and all sorts of narratives. Some of them in the social media were not even born when Edwin Clark was very active in service. And so they couldn't have known some of the things he did that we are remembering today. And yet, when somebody makes a statement that the labors of our heroes past are in vain, I beg to disagree. Let our brother Peter Obi show leadership like Edwin Clark did by resolving first the crisis in the Labour Party. For a man who wants to run Nigeria, you have one of the smallest parties in Nigeria, and you cannot even resolve the crisis in that Labour Party. Is it the crisis of Boko Haram that you will come and resolve in Nigeria? I would like us to be known for what we did when we had the opportunities. As I speak now, I can tell you about the dualized thoroughfares in my state. I can tell about the flyovers in my state. I can tell about the best international hospital in my state. I can tell you about the monuments of government houses that are built, both for the governor and deputy. I'm one of the best digitalized governor's office in Nigeria. I can tell you about the best international stadium in West Africa. I can tell you about the free and compulsory education that I did for all Nigerians. I can tell you about the unity I brought in religion by sponsoring over 5,800 Muslims to the Holy Land and over 12 to 15,000 Christians to Rome and to Jerusalem. But then, those who are aspiring as presidential candidates and trying to cause division with their mouths, using the social media, tell them to resolve the small crisis in the smallest party they have in Nigeria first, before they come to talk about the larger Nigeria. But for the social media, it is unregulated. I wish you luck as you have a field day. I'm saying this because this is what Edwin Clark would have advised if he were alive. So I've started to speak his voice. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And on that note, may we rise to observe 1 minute silence in honor of this icon.
Hello and welcome to the debate on Pondering Nigeria. My name is Omo Films, or in full, my name is Philip Unubo. It's good to have each and every one of us on the show, and it's nice to be here as well. on this wonderful and marvelous Saturday evening, where it is, as I speak, 8 to 9 in Middlesbrough and Abuja, Lagos, and everywhere around, someplace around West Africa. So it's good to be here. Today we want to look at these two men, Peter Obi versus Godswill Akpabio, Akpabio versus Obi. Who was a better governor during their time? If you look at Akpabio, Akpabio's did his governorship from 2007 to 2013. If you look at the span of that period, a period of 2013 2014, which is a period of 8 years, he came up with a slogan called an uncommon transformation. He has mentioned the things he has done, everything he did during his time, the infrastructure he built during his time, all those things he did, good for him. If you look at Peter Obi, he has his own record in terms of fiscal responsibility, in terms of what he spent, in terms of the schools he built, renovated, and all around. So their record will speak for themselves. If you are joining us on this show, please guys, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll have a call-in session, and I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link after the next video. I'll drop that link on the chat section. You can go in there, prepare your questions and everything. We'll talk about this show, and you stand a chance to win something at the end of the day, just like last week. Sorry, we are bringing the show very early today, and we just have to bring the show very early today. So let's go quickly and let's look at the record of these two guys side by side. Peter Obi, Godswill Akpabio. Let's look at the record in this video, and as I come back, we'll continue to talk. Okay, these are the record of these two men, and like I said, it is left for you to judge. If you want to call in, the link is up there for you to call in. We'll bring you live into the show, and you will tell us who do you think. We've have our own verdict. We've had our own. We've seen it in terms of economy, in terms of healthcare, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of education. We have our answers for you there. But who do you think was a better governor during their time? They served during the same time, but we all know that Obi had a tumultuous tenure as Anambra State governor, facing impeachment, facing removal. He just, I think that is just it with regards to Obi. For Akpabio, he enjoyed good. At that time, there was huge oil boom. The economy was good. He didn't save for the state, but he was spending and spending for the state. But it's left for you to judge. Who do you think is a better governor, Peter Obi or Godswill Akpabio? Let's go in there and vote now. Like this video, please. If you are here on the show, go in there, like this video, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and let's rumble. Let's rumble now as we speak. Let's rumble. So, I know there are very few people on the show now because of the time we started the show. But we, like I said, it's supposed to start by 9, but it's starting at 30 minutes earlier. Maybe that's why we have some few people. So I looked at the two men. I looked at their record very, very well. I looked at these two men. I compared them very well. And like I said, in education, look at education very well. For education, if you look at the two men, Peter Obi prioritized education with significant investment. Return mission schools to churches with funding support. Improved WAEC performance. Anambra ranked among the top states by the end of his tenure. Renovate over 1,000 schools and provided buses, commuters and libraries for the people. But if you look at Akpabio, invest in free and compulsory education up to SS3 years, build new schools and renovate others, though less emphasis on the academic performance improvement. Launch e-library and some scholarship program, but outcome were mixed. So for this, I will always say that Peter Obi will win this due to measuring improvement in student performance and systemic reform in the educational system in Anambra State, whether we like it or not. So that is it for education. If you move to infrastructure, Obi focused more on rural roads and essential needs, healthcare, education, infrastructure. Infrastructure development was conservative, target value for money project. Okay, and if you look at the last one for that, is avoid vain project, which made his infrastructure impact less visible but more practical. Then for Akpabio, nicknamed the uncommon transformer due to massive infrastructure projects, flyovers, which he mentioned in the video, dual carriage road, Tropicana Entertainment Center, massive urban renewal in Oyo and other areas. Criticized for debt and cost inflation, but deny undeniable change Akwa Ibom urban landscape. For that, I will give to Akpabio. Yes, he did well in terms of infrastructure. We saw the stadium he built. We saw the flyovers he built across Akwa Ibom. We saw the road network. So based on this visible large-scale infrastructure, we give it to him. Then let's go to the number 3 indices that we're talking about: human capacity and development. For OB, partner with international agencies such as DFIO, UNICEF, focus on health care, yes, which is good, improve education, job-related capacity, but did not implement large-scale empowerment program. That aside. Therefore, Godswill Akpabio, if you look at Godswill Akpabio, ran several youth empowerment and skill acquisition scheme, which he also mentioned in that video as well as a bragging right. Mixed results where thousands were trained or funded. Sustainability and long-term impact are debatable. Created political patronage network at some argue weakens meritocracy. But the winner here, conceptualizing, Obi focused on system building, education, healthcare, where Akpabio was more of a direct intervention. Obi was arguably, are you getting me now, more sustainable. Akpabio had a broader reach. So if you look at the two people, I'll call that a tie. To my analysis, I'll call that a tie. I don't know, but we'll call that a tie. So if you want to call in, please call into the show. We are expecting your call. There's no dull moment on this show. Call into the show right now. The link is there if you want to call in and interact with us on the chat section. Let's have your comment read this evening as we continue to look at who has the bragging right between these two governors. Who has the bragging right between these two individuals? Peter Obi or Godswill Akpabio? That's left for you to judge, left for you to see. And finally, in terms of the economy, I looked at the economy. Obi left with over 75. He left the Anambra purse with over 75 billion naira in savings. Refused to borrow heavily. Focus on prudent fiscal management. Promote local commerce and SME, e.g., Onitsha main market, attract large-scale investment due to conservative spending and minimal debt. Then for Akpabio, heavily reliant on oil. You know, the Akwa Ibom State is an oil-rich state as well. On oil revenue and undertook many capital projects. Increased the state debt profile, but boosted the GDP via construction and services. Let's focus on savings or long-term economic sustainability. For that, we'll give to Peter Obi for fiscal prudence, saving, and economic sustainability. So that is it. So for me, I say Obi-Wan for education, infrastructure. We know he was good in infrastructure during his time at Godswill. Then human capacity and development is a tie because we didn't really look at some other things. Then the economy is Peter Obi. So for me, guys, I don't know what you think. So tell me what you think. If you want to call in, please call into the show right now. We are ready for you. We are waiting for you. Call into the show. Who has the bragging right between these two governors? Who has the bragging right between these two people? Is it Peter Obi, or rather, we all know it's Godswill Akpabio? Who has the bragging right? It's all about the bragging right this evening. It's all about the bragging right we have this evening. So is it Peter Obi or Godswill Akpabio? Just let me know. Go into the chat section and let's hit the road right now as we speak. Go there and vote as well, and you stand a chance to win something at the end of the show if you contribute immensely on the show. So if you say it is Peter Obi, you tell me your reasons why it is Peter Obi. If you say it is Godswill Akpabio, you also tell me the reason why it is Godswill Akpabio. So let's hit the road run. Guys, we're waiting for you. So last week somebody had a chance to win something, and this week somebody will also have a chance to win something. Now let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is where we are. Who has the bragging right? Who is a better governor between these two persons? And according to the polls, so far so good. The polls are pointing in the direction of Obi. So far so good, 100%. So I think it's nice to see how people are participating in the poll. So how many of us are live on this video? So let's see how many of us are live on this video. Okay, so is it Peter Obi who had a better legacy, who was a better governor, who managed the state more efficiently, so we've done our own analysis in terms of legacy, in terms of management of the people. We've done our own analysis, so it's left for you to do your own. So let's hit the road, please. I know I have two people here. Let's hit the road. Let's hit the road. What do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Peter Obi or Godswill Akpabio? We are on the debate show right now, and we just need to bring it for you. It's the 1 hour show. Quickly, let's see. The weather in the UK is so hot, so hot, so hot. So what do you think? If you want to call in, please click on the link on the side link, and let's talk. I'll bring you into the show. I need for you for you to even stand a chance to win our gift this week. We won't call it promotion, or what our giveaway this week is for you to be the first caller on the show. That's just it. The first caller and the last caller on the show. Let's see. You stand a chance to win something. It's something small, but it's something special. Who was a better governor? We've seen everything. We've played all the videos regarding to both men. We've showed you the analysis of what they've done during their time as governors. We've given you the advantages and disadvantages that they had during their time as governors. And who else can stop them to to have good legacy? Yes. Okay, we're waiting. Our first caller. Where are we? Where are we? I'm waiting for our first caller of the show right now. Where are we? Nobody online now? That's amazing today. Maybe because we started the show pretty early. Show end by in the next 35 minutes, so let's have it. Who was a better governor? Peter Obi or Charles Soludo? Soludo or Godswill Akpabio? Can you call? Can I get my first caller on the show, please? Can I get my first caller on the show? First caller on the show. Click on the link and it will bring you here. First caller on the show. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Akpabio has the bragging right. Obi also have a bragging right. But who has the overall bragging right based on these indices that we've given to you, these statistics? Now, who get the overall bragging right? Now, Obi Abi na Akpabio. So, are we going to decide which that one be at the end of the day? Okay, guys, still waiting. Oh, so let's play the video again, please. Once more. Who is our first caller? And who do you think has the bragging right between Peter Obi and Godswill Akpabio? Quickly. Hello? So, who is online? Let's see. Can we get our first caller this morning? Can we get our first caller this morning? Okay. So, who do you think is a better governor? Who was between these two giants, Akpabio or Peter Obi? Who was a better governor? During that time, for Peter Obi, is from 2007, 2004, okay, 2007, sorry, to 2022 and above. Then for the other guys, the same period as well. Well, like I said, Peter Obi had a tumultuous and honorable judgment that are putting him into jail now. So, but let's see. Okay, somebody type in. If you cannot type, if you cannot write, can you call, please? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these two persons. Kindly subscribe if you are in here for the first time. Kindly hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Kindly do that, and it will go a long way to help us. Okay. I don't have anybody on the show. Nobody is interested. Is that what I mean? Is that what it means? Nobody want to call in. So disappointing today. I had a wonderful show last week. So disappointing today that nobody want to call in. Yes. Nobody want to call in. Who had better legacy? Who had a better feeling? will be okay. Okay, guys, we'll come to the end of the show. Like I said, the verdict will be out on the first verdict is out. Let's see the second verdict. Nobody's coming. So, okay, just 4 votes and thank you so much for watching the program. Thank you so much for being part of the show today, and we'll see you next time when we come up with a wonderful and suitable edition of the debate, and I'll be there always be part of your life on your home. Goodbye. Ciao.